Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing, which is commonly known as 3M, moved to St. Paul's East Side in 1910. The tape and sandpaper company's manufacturing campus grew over the years, and along with other factories, provided a decent living for the neighborhood's residents.
When I was just a youngster, my father worked at 3M in the sandpaper department, and as a matter of fact, spent 25 years working there, and we lived over at Case and Earl. It provided an income for him and our family. It got us through school, through college, and these were neighborhood people working in neighborhood jobs.
3M eventually outgrew its East Side home and in 1962 moved their headquarters to their current home in Maplewood. Manufacturing continued at the St. Paul plant until 2006, when they announced they would sell off most of the 46-acre campus. The St. Paul Port Authority won the bid to purchase an initial 35 acres with an option on the remaining 11. This agency has a 75-year history of working with the community to grow businesses.
The Port Authority's mission is to create and retain well-paying jobs in the city of St. Paul and to expand the city's tax base. For much of our history, that has meant recycling land. And the Port Authority has realized for a long time that no one's making any more land in the city of St. Paul. Land is a scarce resource, and our job is to make sure that it's as economically productive for the citizens and for the city of St. Paul as it can be.
Even in challenging economic times, the 3M site has redevelopment appeal.
What's happening now, because of the Phelan Boulevard and the fact that it's good access, it's access to the freeway, and there will be a better intersection down at 35 in just a few years where you can just get off the freeway and zip, you're there. I think the access to this and the size really bodes well for the redevelopment potential.
The location of it is amazing. Right off of 35E and the Phelan Boulevard exit, and we sold our parcels at the Westminster Junction Business Center, right down the street from here, right west of 3M, in near record time. Basically, as fast as we could clean up the pollution and get them ready for development, we had businesses ready and willing to locate there.
The redevelopment of the 3M campus is estimated to attract businesses that would employ a total of over 1,000 people, the largest single jobs restoration effort in this city in over 20 years.
Most of the big sites in the dozens of acres range, most of the big redevelopment sites in inner cities, especially in St. Paul, have already been done. They've already been redeveloped. The big 20, 50, 100 acre sites don't exist. So this is a remarkable opportunity in a very dense urban neighborhood.
The Port Authority is partnering with the community to envision the future of the site. An advisory group of St. Paul residents worked with architects to lay out 4 redevelopment possibilities.
The focus on light industry really does focus on creating spaces along Phelan Corridor, focusing highly on light industry, but also retaining a core of some of the more historic 3M buildings that represent the innovation of the area, integrating some public space and trying to tie the neighborhood into that. Option 2, or concept 2, is starting to integrate more office space into the mix. So light industry and office are the focus here. So you'll see more office and commercial space along the perimeter, focusing the industry more on the Phelan Corridor end of it. The third approach is mixing in more commercial and some residential into the light industry and office concept, and that really does start to look at mixed use. It brings in residential and commercial along 7th and Arcade. The fourth concept is really focusing away from light industry and more into commercial office and maybe a civic presence. We've introduced more mixed use along Arcade and 7th Street in the form of office over top of commercial, over top of residential.
To succeed, a project of this magnitude requires the effort of public, private, and citizen groups.
So it really required some creative thinking, some out-of-the-box thinking, and one of the best places we get those sort of great ideas are from neighborhood organizations, residents, local businesses, and we try and create products and places that folks are going to love because they're going to live with them for the next 25 or 50 years. This is the sort of thing you can't do alone. We haven't done it alone in the past, nor could we ever accomplish something of this scale without our community partners.
There's still time for you to help determine the best use for the former 3M headquarters. For more information, go to the St. Paul Port Authority's website at sppa.com/3M. Click on the Community Comments button and tell us what you think. Together, we can create St. Paul's next great success story.